Welcome to my podcast. Today I'm talking about knowing your audience. This is a doing channel encouraging you to go out and do the things. Success in social media comes from doing. So after this podcast video, take a few minutes to practice doing. I'll keep these videos and podcasts short so that you have time to practice each suggestion a couple of times before moving on to the next. I also post these on my website so you have a reference without having to take notes. And if you have any questions about any of the tips I give you, feel free to leave a comment below. I grew up a shy, quiet kid. I never really liked public speaking or having to stand out. One day for a college course, I was given a speech and thought that I had properly prepared for it. After the speech, my instructor let me know that overall it went well, so I was pleased and went back to my seat thinking I received a good grade. What I didn't know was that someone in that audience didn't like a specific reference as part of a historic event and complained to my instructor. I lost a letter grade after the fact because I didn't take my audience into consideration. My speech was good for a smaller, more personable audience, not a larger, more complex audience. Plus, it didn't help that someone in the audience was biased against documented history. Now, I have a question for you. What does it mean to know your audience? It actually means a lot and can be very complex. Why are they listening to you? What do they want to see? How big is the audience? What do they expect to get out of what you're telling them? These are just a few questions you need to ask yourself before you even write the notes for your video, let alone start recording. Knowing what type of people you want to talk to before you even start your YouTube channel can help. This can be controlled by you if you create your target audience first by making fake audience members. In other words, create some avatars so that you can have an idea of who you are making videos for. I've mentioned before about creating a channel talking about your favorite subject, so that's a great starting point to create avatars. These are going to be people that you already know about from different backgrounds, but who like the same subject as you. An avatar is somebody that you create based off of the idea of individuals and their backgrounds, and the more details you put into these avatars, the more likely you'll be able to find the subject matter that appeals to them. Your audience is going to be potential friends and family. Getting to know someone better is easier once you realize what your common interest is. And since your topic of conversation is one that you already love, that makes it easier to be friends. Once you realize that the audience you're creating for is more like friends and family than anything else, it'll make it easier to talk to them about what you love. But keep in mind, not everyone who watches your videos is going to love what you have to say. The algorithm is still going to have to find others who can be interested in your videos, which is why it's important to niche down first, which I've talked about in previous videos. Let's answer a couple of those questions directly. Why are they listening to you? Because that title and thumbnail piqued their interest. What do they want to see? You talking about your passions. How big is your audience? Everybody on Earth, one person at a time, is a basic answer. But more specifically, as big as that niche is, what do they expect to get out of what you're telling them? They expect to love the subject matter that you love to talk about. I know that audience size can be a scary thought, but let's break it down a little. Know what size group you have before you start recording, i.e. individually or as a group. Individuals are easier to talk to because it's more of a personal conversation where they can ask questions and you can interact with them. That's one of the things that makes YouTube so easy to use, because it takes a large group of people and turns them into individuals. Unfortunately, this also has a drawback. Usually, people watch videos as individuals, and as a content creator, it can be difficult to know how to transition over to a large group, like what you get from a live stream. A live stream video is going to require you to expand your subject for a larger audience. Most YouTubers fail at transitioning between small audience and large audiences, which is why live streaming isn't as popular on YouTube. Let me know if you'd like me to create a video about how to conduct a successful live stream in the comment section. Knowing who your audience is will make it easier to create videos that they want to see. Remember that the algorithm is going to try to share your videos with people who want to watch them. So knowing who they are far before you start recording will help you make those videos for that specific audience. But you have to practice and repeat. You're not going to start off making amazing videos right away. So part of my recommendation to do the things is to practice. Get used to thinking about your audience in order to make better videos, and eventually it will become a natural flow of your creation process, which leads me to tell you to go out and do it. If this podcast has helped you in any way, let me know by hitting that like button. And if you think that it'll help somebody else, share it. Now go make those videos and share your passions. I'm Eddie, and I want you to be a YouTube success, so go out there and do it.